Man, no. That's another thing I got from TechnoTutor is like being aware of my posture. Like being aware of your body, like it's so easy to contort your body or like not be sitting comfortably. And it's interesting. It's like I'm still learning like why, like what thoughts create those postures. That's like that's something you get after like 2 years for sure. But all right. So we left off. It's what, August? Cool. So then September rolls around. More chargebacks, less money deposited into my account. I'm like, I kind of want to quit this job. Quite frankly, I bust my ass doing this door-to-door shit, and I want to quit this job. I want an easier job. I want an easier life. I want an easier job. I want an easier life, easier job. Easy, easy, easy. I'm so used to working hard. What about working smart? So I saw that revelation like never before. I was like, bro, do you actually want to like have like $100,000 in your bank account? I'm like, yes. All right, what does it take? You have to money making has to be easier than it is right now if you want $100,000 in your account. I'm like, okay, roger that. So then, talk about commitment. I've almost spent 3 hours on this testimonial, but that's something I couldn't overcome yet, is like the nail picking. But cancel, squash them. So I had that revelation like never before. I saw how there were some changes. You know what? I'm not even going to talk about that. I'll take 100% responsibility. What really got me probably was trying to go down on the Adderall. That really got me. That made me start smoking more weed. And then from there, it was really hard to get back on the 4 days no THC every week. Like maybe I could do 2 or 3, but then, so I learned a lot from that. Yeah, I learned how to forgive that because I really did want to quit Adderall, but I just had to forgive the point because there's what you want and then there's reality, and you have to combine yourself with reality. You have to combine what you want with reality. You create your own reality, but if you're not certain, you might not be able to create it. Also, you have to have a burning desire. But so yeah, September, like, what else was it? It's like, this is where it kind of slowed down. Yeah, September is just basically when I became open to like getting a different job. Definitely something that's not door to door. I had a lot of like violence vibrated towards me, and I can't really do anything physically. I can't really fight back because I'll lose my job. So that was a very interesting. I just saw how, honestly, I deserve better than that. I deserve better than to work my ass off and then having you threatening to beat my ass while I'm already tired as fuck from working so hard. I deserve way better than that. But I wasn't ready to accept that new thought process yet. So also, what I did is I was very curious about the 3-day music cleanse. I was like, yeah, like let's do a 3-day music cleanse, like. Yeah, I was really curious about the 3-day music cleanse. So I forgot. I think I did it. Yeah, I think I actually really did it. So I made the rules so I could win. My boy Thomas makes music. Playmaker, one word. Look him up. That's actually okay. We'll get to that at the end. All right, we're gonna jump around a bit. So that's actually something that I'm actually really into now. So after 2 years of using TechnoTutor, I used to be really against AI music, but I'm like, dude, honestly, like, I don't like waiting. Like, I'll wait if I have to, but I don't like waiting. Cancel. So I am way more open-minded to creating beats with AI and saving a lot of time, and also like being the sole creator, if that makes sense, because it's different when you're collabing with people. There's different energies, and yeah, I do know what it's like when you're doing it all on your own. There's this. Okay, so yeah, here, I'll talk about that too. The teachability. Okay, lots of change. So I forgot to mention this. So for a long time, I was really into, mixing it all on my own, doing the recording the vocals and mixing the songs all on my own, doing everything all on my own, except for the artwork. But even then, I'll just pay someone for that. It's kind of, yeah, okay, I'm not doing it on my own, but I'm not doing that on my own. Yeah. Give them the credit, right. But I got really teachable. I was like, I haven't really collaborated with people much. Like, I want to collaborate with someone. And yeah, I found this cool guy, Villanoise. Yeah, if you want to go follow Villanoise on all platforms, you can check him out. So I found this really cool guy, Villanoise, through doing the open mics, the 2 open mics a month. By the way, okay, oh man, I'm missing some changes. Okay. So, in April, that was my last time releasing it, like, all on my own, like doing the mixing on my own, doing the recording on my own. And then it was, okay, so basically, like, in May, it was hard. It was hard to trust someone else with my music. But I was like, how teachable am I? This guy could take you to the top. So I was like, so at first I just recorded it, like on my own mic. And yeah, I still recorded it on my own mic for May and June for Adapt and ADHD. But I was like really willing to accept change. And I was like, yo, like, I might not, I'm definitely not as good of an audio engineer as you are. I actually realized that that's not my chief aim. That dawned upon me in February, that my chief aim is Abundant Alex, like just being a musician / artist. Squash him, man. I keep looking at the time. But, and yeah, people might not even listen to this, but I still took responsibility. I didn't second guess. But yeah, I opened my mind. I was like, all right, like, let's see how it sounds after you mix and master it. Sounded way better. I was like, ooh, okay, so I get it. I don't have as much control, but I am getting a better product. So thank you, JP. Thank you, Villanoise. Networking, man. Networking. And then, yeah, in July, that's when I really loosened up. And I said, and yeah, and then, also, because he's now working on it, I couldn't release the videos or whatever, the music and the videos, like, on the once a month schedule that I wanted. But that's okay. I was willing to accept change for a better product. And then, yeah, in July was when I got really teachable. I was like, man, let's just use your $200 mic. Let's use your $200 mic, man. Seriously. Let's use your $200 mic. Let's use your auto-tune. I personally see how your music is much more developed and modern sounding than mine. Mine still sounds super amateur. So yeah, let's just develop the sound just like that. And be my producer too, yeah. You give me advice, even though I don't want to take it, I'm going to take it. We're going to fucking meet in the middle. We're going to collab. So that was really cool, because I used to love doing everything all on my own. All right, don't sit crisscross applesauce, man. All right. What a long video. I want to go outside so bad, but it's all right. I am going to go outside right after this, for sure. So yeah, there was that. What else? I want to give all the benefits. So we're on September. Right, okay, so back to September. Yeah, so I told you about those changes with the producer. And I started listening to him more and more and more. Because who do you listen to? People who have what you want. He's played hella live shows. Gets money. He gets hella more money than I do from being an artist. You know, he gets like actual real money from playing shows, which I think I've got that, but I haven't got it to the level I want it to be. So yeah. So that was really cool. But then I also listened to myself too, because we'll get into that later. Yeah, you know what? I guess that's the whole thing. That really developed, you know, like listening to myself. Not only following my feelings, but also like trusting myself more than anyone else. I think that really started to click in August, actually. Because yeah, like if you looked at my life, it appears as if it went downhill. But if you're truly self-aware and truly trust yourself, you know that it's all part of the plan. It's you're going through an upgrade, you know, you're going through this change process, and it's beautiful. So that was really cool. I was like, yeah, man, like no matter what I feel, like I know that I'm gonna be good. Like I know that I just need to like listen to myself and don't care about what anyone else thinks about me. So then also in September too, I saw how I was blaming the sales course. I was like, my income went down. But it's like, bro, did it really go down because of the sales course? Or did it go down because of a lot of other factors too? You know? So just know that if you buy a sales course, the sales course is not to blame. You know? You just have to practice. The people that get the most out of the sales course, they practice a lot. They practice more than you. If they get more than you, that's just the truth. There's no running around it. So yeah, September, I was doing some role plays, that was cool, like more sales role plays, which is really cool. On the clock too, while on the job, like I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna take a quick break to do the sales role play. Like man, just the way I was like managing everything was phenomenal. That's the word I'd use, phenomenal. So there was that. I did that 3-day music cleanse where Abundant Alex and Thomas Kim is allowed, Baroque classical music is allowed, sleep music is allowed. I think that's it for September, really. Okay, let's go to October. Okay, October is when it started getting really fishy. October is when, yeah, it started, in September, I forgot to say this. See, I'm trying to get it all in here. 2 years. 2 years of change. 2 years of giving myself a different life. Giving it to myself, evolving myself. Yeah, 2 years. This is going to take a while. Jam-packed. There we go with the time again. Cancel, squash them. It's peak temperature right now, so I'm like, you'll get there, Alex. You're almost there, bro. So, okay, in September, I understood. This was when I started to, so after a year and 8 months, that's when I started to understand a lot of stuff. Not just realize it, not just seeing it, but like really like, for example, electricity. We don't understand how electricity works, you know? So that's when I really start to understand, like really understand how all the pieces are moving in a way that I really could not understand before. I understood it, and I was confident in my understanding. I could prove the understanding with many different examples, like never before. Basically, you could say I would be great on the debate team, you know? And yeah, like, oh yeah, I also had the confidence to believe that I could get 5 sales in a day. That went away in October too, but at least I had the confidence. At least I was like, yeah, I'd rather believe that I can do it than not do it. So that was really cool. I didn't give a fuck about the radar screen, that's for sure. And if I did give a fuck, it wasn't in a way where it was like, oh, I'm going to change my goal. I mean, okay, I got a bit smarter. We'll talk about that in a sec. Okay, so September, I understood. I was like, yo, bro. So basically my Canopy subscription was ending in September. Because, yeah, September is when I got it in 2023. It's the porn blocker, right? And I understood, yo, bro, to be honest, have you watched porn? Yeah, exactly. Have you watched porn? Like, yeah, I have. Okay. Did the blocker really do what it was, what they said it did? Was the blocker the real solution? Was the blocker the definite solution? No. So I was like, all right, I gotta do it without the blocker. And it got hard. Oh yeah, no, my porn use actually doubled in September. So I was really battling, man. And yeah, that was just where I started understanding a lot more. So then in October, yeah, I started understanding myself a lot in September. Then in October, still kind of like on and off with the no THC, like maybe like 1 week or 2 week, but you know, yeah, like falling off. And in October, that's when stuff really started to like look different, like really appear different to me. So just to be clear, my take-home income after all the chargebacks was $50. I mean, yeah, I got a bonus, or yeah, it's so interesting. It's like, but when I did the math, the way I do the math for my earnings, for what I think I deserve, for what I know I deserved, I only earned $50 that month. So that was a huge wake-up call. That was like, whoa, bro. And that was actually when I got my first write-up too at the job. But then I was like, bro, what can I do about this? Like, I just, I go to work, and then like, I just can't stay motivated. Like, yeah, it was really interesting. You know what I wish they implemented? So they did say that they were going to implement, and I get it, this is a form of blame, but they did say they're going to implement us clocking in, and we had to work 30 hours or more to keep our benefits, but they never implemented that. And I kept asking them, yo, like, when do we clock, like, when's this starting? But they never implemented that. So I was like, if they implemented that, I would have been forced to work, and who knows, I might have had different results. And I know it's a form of blame, but I'm just telling you, like, what I was going through and how I made it through, man, with my decision. At the end, I had to make a hard decision. And yeah, like, basically what happened is in August, I went down to like, honestly, like 15 hours a week. Like in July, I was working like 30 to 35. In August, I went down to 15. And it was interesting. In September, I actually shot back up to 30, but I made less money. So you can imagine what that was like. That's when I really started to question. And I was driving all the way to Alameda, so that's when I was really starting to question. But anyways, that's what I don't want, so cancel, squash them. The past is the past. But all right, so man, I'm going to go outside right after this. Seriously. Right after this video, I'm going outside. I'm not uploading anything. I'm just going to go straight outside right after this video. So, it's October, right? And the chargebacks are getting worse. My chargeback rate, so what happened, is basically, I went from, 15 hours a week, and making, I made 3,000 that month, which is not that bad, like 3,000 something, which is not that bad. But then, I went working I knocked 500 doors. Honestly, I'm going to talk about that. Yeah, 500 doors. I knocked 500 doors, bro. 500 doors. No wonder I was losing a lot of weight. I was losing weight. I could not put on weight with that kind of exercise. 500 doors, man. I knocked 500 doors in a week. And it was super hot and it wasn't easy, but I did it. And I didn't get more money because of that. I think I only made like 2,000 that month. But yeah, it was like 2,000 or 1,000 that month. I forget. I could look it up. But it was hard. It was like I worked 35 hours and I wasn't seeing the results. And I was like, wait, but I also got a sales course. I'm also, and I started really I'm like, man, you can't blame the sales course, man. Exactly. I understood myself. I understood where I was going wrong. I was blaming. I was like, you can't blame the sales course and you can't blame the job. It's you. You have to change. You have to do something different. You're not doing something right. So in October, what happened is I was trying to knock the doors, and what would happen, wow, it's hard reliving all this, wow. Or it's not hard, but it's like intense. It's intense. Yeah, cancel, squash. It's not hard doing this. It's just a video. But yeah, like in October, like, and now I know, like with these testimonial videos, like, I have to really go less time in between. Because, the reason this is taking so long is because it's a 2-year journey. Alright, so, like, in October, like, basically I started getting more depressed. And basically I got to there was just so many chargebacks. It was a 50% chargeback rate. I was like, and eventually I got down to, like, negative 1,750. And I'm just, it's so hard to work off these chargebacks. And I'm just like, man, like, and then there's a new CRM, and it's like, I get it. It's all me. It's all my fault though, right? It's all my responsibility. Not my fault. Cancel, squash them, but my responsibility. And I knew that. So I was like, man, I have to make a hard decision because something's not right here. Something feels off. Like I would go out to work and it just, I could not stop complaining. I could not feel good. I could not, even when I made a sale, it was like, I noticed that I'd make a sale and I couldn't even feel good. Like I'd make the sale and I'm like, I feel nothing. I'm just doubtful about the next sale. And even if I make the sale, what if I get a chargeback right now? And I was doing a lot to avoid chargebacks, just so y'all know. Like I was reminding every client that I signed up, I was reminding them of their appointment. And at one point I got so good that I would ask them, hey, do you feel like you'd need a reminder? Because sometimes, I was taking a lot of responsibility. Sometimes when you just remind them, that kind of pisses them off. So then I'm like, hey, can you imagine that? When you say, do you feel like you need a reminder? And then someone says, no, I don't need a reminder. And then they don't fucking attend. So I was like, man, something's just off. Something's not working like I need it to work. And I started really thinking, I was like, I have been thinking about quitting this job. I've been bitching about the door-to-door. I knocked 500 doors and I didn't get more money for it. Like I was knocking, bro, my average was like 400. I loved 100 door days. I would feel really good. After a 100 door day or 120, 130, oh, I had a 130 door day in September. And that still didn't get me a better income. But yeah, after a 130 door day, ooh, you feel really good when you hit the pillow. But actually, hey, in that 130 door day, I'm going to be real, that 130 door day, I did make $1,000 that day. Chargebacks, but still, you know, like a person canceled the next day, but still, you know. And maybe it's not all my fault. That's something else that I learned. I actually learned that in October. I learned that it's not all my fault. That there are things I can't control that I have to change. Or, yeah, exactly. I can't just be like, whatever, you know. So I learned that it's not always all your fault. Just know that it is your responsibility to change, but it's not all your fault because there's things you can't control. But yeah, like my money was going down and I was actually not freaking out, which was really cool. I was not freaking out about my money going down. I was like, whatever, bro. I still paid the rent. Bruh. Yeah, I still paid the rent. Mind you, in October, I was working an average of like 10 to 20 hours a week. Like not much, you know? And yeah, I just couldn't force myself to do it anymore. I just really could not hold my head high. I felt like shit, you know? And I was like, all right, it was interesting. I was like, I made a deal. I was like, yeah, man, like, 2 write-ups, and then before I get the third one, I'll quit. So I got my first write-up in that month, and I had no fear. I was like, whatever, you know? And I told them, I'm like, hey guys, I'm going on vacation. So I went on a vacation again. So, I fell for the meaningless sex again, just to be honest. I fell for the meaningless sex again. Or not that I fell for sex without my girl. I fell for sex with someone who's not my girlfriend again. There we go. Much better way to describe it. But ever since then, yeah, October 28th, I got the 2 months no sex. So that's really good. I'm back on the no sex train. August, I got a year no nicotine in August. Really good. And then October, what was it? What were the benefits though? October. I guess the benefit was just not having fear, not judging myself. Just, I knew that the old me in that circumstance, that fall from grace, I would have judged myself so hard. But I was like, I know it'll all come around. I know it'll all get better. And yeah, you know, I hella wanted the $100,000. Oh yeah, that's huge. I hella wanted $100,000. But then I realized, I'm like, man, go down to 60. Okay, go down to 50. Go down to 40. And we'll get to that at the end. So October, you know, I'm not working much. I'm falling for the porn even more. But at least I don't have the blocker. I'm learning all on my own. Without the training wheels. Remember that. For me, just my story, but I've seen this with other people. But yeah, for me, the blocker was like training wheels. And when you take those fuckers off, it's like quitting weed. So just something to consider, you know. Yeah, you know what? I said as much as I could with October. Oh yeah, so I also signed up for another event. Oh, okay. September, I visited my dad. All on my own with my own money. I love that, bro. I didn't ask anyone for any money. I love that. When I visited my dad, I didn't ask anyone for any money. I paid for everything on my own. And for the stuff I didn't pay for, it was food. And my dad offered to buy it. Paid for the lift all on my own. Plane ticket all on my own. Boom. First time visiting my dad without having people pay for my shit like that. That was cool. By the way, I almost made it to 3 months. I almost made it to 3 months, and then I relapsed at my dad's. So, yeah. All a process, right? I forgave myself really well for that. In July, 36 days semen retention. I got to day 36. It hit midnight and I realized, holy fuck, day 36. That was also the month where I made the most money. That is not a coincidence. You know what they say, there are no coincidences. It all happens for a reason. I love to discuss that. Because, yeah. Man, okay. I'm going to finish the video and then I'm going to go outside. Okay, October. So yeah, I also signed up for my first GIN event, Global Information Network. Did that. That was really cool. Yeah, I paid for that all on my own. Yeah. Yeah, where'd all this money go? Investing. A lot of investment into myself. Lots of patience. So what happened is, with the final song Advice, my producer was taking a while with it. Took him like 2 months or longer. That wasn't easy, waiting, but I managed. And it did come out really well. Thank you. Oh yeah, a habit I developed this year is like 10 things I'm thankful for. Morning, midday, and before bed. That'll really help you. How do you do it consistently? TechnoTutor. All started with the techno. So, okay, October, I go to this, oh yeah, I also missed my flight in September because I was feeling, oh yeah, I was also sober at my dad's. Last time I went to my dad's in 2019, I was drinking and smoking weed. Ooh, drinking hella. Ooh. I had a 12-pack of Stellas. But, so that was cool. Yeah, this time I went sober, 4 days, no problem. It was no problem at all. Slept like a baby, bruh. Bruh, I slept hella good. Whoo! I think I slept better than if I were to smoke weed. Who knows? That REM sleep, gotta be honest. But then, yeah, okay, so October, I'm going to the event. Okay, November. Okay, once again for the event, I went 4 days without THC. 4 days without THC. I made an agreement to go 5, but I was like, my friend wanted to smoke, and then I learned from there, how valuable AWOL is, how valuable my principles are, how valuable my mindset is. I realized that's what I really understood at that point in October, is I understood how valuable my mindset is. Because a lot of people, they actually won't contribute to your mindset as much as you will. So that was cool. November, I got I think I had one person. Oh yeah, I got a person in Abundance Club. Still not making money on it. November, at the event, I went up to hella blondes because I want the blonde. Chee! Dude, I used to have such fear when walking up to these blonde girls. It was hella funny. Now it's so different. Oh man, yeah. Hey, if you want to be more confident around people, TechnoTutor helped me hella with that. Woo! Yeah, I gotta reprogram, bro. Because that's all it takes, bro. Is for now you got that feeling, but that's gonna go away if you keep working on it. Cancel, squash them. I want to go outside so bad. So November. Okay, so at the event, it was interesting. I made a lot of decisions at the event, and I did go back on some of them at the event. But then I really saw the power of a decision. So at the event, I said, all right, I'm going to give it my all, I'm going to knock 500 doors multiple weeks in a row. And if I can't meet the quota, it's all good. It wasn't meant to be. And it was so interesting. I came back from the event. I was so pumped up. And I forgave myself for smoking that weed too, which was not easy, but I did it. I just knew. Honestly, I think that was my first taste of like a certainty that I've been really developing. I was like, honestly, I can't feel good at this job anymore. I can't be happy at this job anymore. I literally cannot be happy at this job. It's over. It's over. And it was hard. Like, I was like, wow, like, I gotta say goodbye to everyone. Like, man, like, there go my health benefits. But yeah, I remember I was like, hey man, I'm gonna give it my all. And I tried to give it my all and it didn't work. And I'm like, wow, bro. I'm done. I quit the job. I was like, I just can't take it anymore. I paid my rent for November, and then I just couldn't take it anymore. I'm negative 1,750. I can't take it anymore. So that was huge. Quitting the job. That's actually when everything started to brighten up for me. Because then I was like, all right, like, time to look for new jobs. And I forgave myself for not looking right away. But when it was time, it was so cool, guys. When it was time, I made the resume. And yeah, I had the same plan. One job a day. And my friends were like, maybe you need more than that. And then I went to 2 jobs a day. So I applied to I think I've applied to 30 jobs total. Currently I'm unemployed. But yeah, I applied to 30 jobs total. And I'm about to have my 10th interview next week. It was supposed to be today, but it all works out. It all happens for a reason. So that's really cool. I never had it like this where I actually am really defining what I want. Like really defining what I want. Like really being certain with what I want. I've never had it like this. Like last time it was like, just take any job, bro. You need money. Pay the rent. Now it's just like, bro. Yeah. And yeah, my mom paid the rent in December. She paid it for January. I don't have shame. That's why I'm telling you that. Yeah, guess what? When someone doesn't tell you something, oftentimes it's because they have shame. And they want to project an image. But that's okay. We won't get into that. Cancel, squash them. So yeah, that was cool. November. Oh yeah, I got 2 members in Abundance Club. I was supporting people hella, doing a daily check-in. Woo! I learned the hard way. Don't do those daily check-ins anymore. But that's pretty phenomenal. And it was pretty cool. Yeah, it was pretty cool, like that daily check-in, I saw how stable I really was, Oh yeah, as far as the music cleanse, I fell off on that. But I forgave myself. And I actually realized it was, so in October I started doing the 4-day music cleanse. I forgot what the order was. I think it was June 1, July 2, and then in August I did the 3-day music. Yeah, and then in September I did the 4-day. And then in October I tried the 5-day music cleanse, and that's where it got a bit hectic. There we go. In October is when I realized, okay, too much, bro. It's too much. It's too much. And then I realized, all right, start with 4 days every week for 4 months in a row. Once you got that, then you can move up to 5. Because, yeah, I understand that the media could be programming you to feel like a failure or a loser Let me know how you feel about that. Yeah, let me know what you feel about that, because I'm really seeing through that too now. Working on that. Okay, yeah, November. Yeah, I did the Thanksgiving. That was cool. Didn't drink. Okay, the change is like slowing down. This is good. This is good. The change is slowing down. I'm gonna go outside right after this, man. December, right? December. Okay, so in November, I tried this oil cartridge. It's not best. I really see that too. If I'm going to smoke anything, it's just going to be a plain joint and a small one, please. But yeah, I tried this oil cartridge. Didn't help me at all. In December, I tried edibles to curb the craving for alcohol, because I had a plan to drink. That's the only reason I had a craving, is because I had a plan to drink. Those edibles weren't best either. You know what happened? Yeah, I'll tell you the truth. I ate them, and then it wore off, and I'm like, I'm gonna eat another. And then I woke up really, really tired. So I'm like, okay, like that was $20 that you just, maybe even more, you know? Yeah, okay, I got some of the edibles for free, but it's like, yeah, I really saw how THC impacts my money, and got way better at saving money this year. Oh yeah, I opened up a savings account with 4.3% APY. Never had a savings account before. Super cool. Working with an accountant. I've never worked with an accountant before. Had the balls to go 1099-G, where you don't get all your tax money stolen, or you don't get your money stolen. Instead, you have to pay less on taxes if you have an LLC. I opened an LLC this year. Woo! Let's go. There we go. Yeah. December. Oh yeah, December. I did a Black Friday sale. I've never done a Black Friday / Cyber Monday sale. Never done that in my life. Had the balls to do that. Cold calling. Yeah, people got pissed. And some people don't even want to talk to me after that. But I'm like, what can you do, man? I'm doing my job. I got a business. Your reaction is your reaction, homie. I even came at you in a very disarming way. Cancel, squash them. So that really happened. That really happened in December. I had to follow my feelings. I was like, honestly, bro, this Abundance Club thing isn't making me happy. Like, this Abundance Club is not making me money, and it's causing me to work harder than the results I'm getting from it. I got way better at managing people, and it was worth it, but it wasn't giving me the results I wanted, so I shut it down. I told myself too, I'm like, yeah, if I can't get enough people in here, I'm just gonna shut this down, and I'm fine with that. I got better at living words. I get pleasure from living certain words. Man, I think that's about. Oh yeah, I released my first mixtape, Abundance mixtape. First mixtape after 2 years and 2 months. I finally released it. That was really cool. On election day. That was really cool. I guess let's get into the income. Oh yeah. So I made it a year and 2 months no sex. And when I had sex again in May, it definitely had some effects. So watch out. Just my journey, but for me, it was not best. That's for sure. Especially sex with your ex. So yeah, a year and 2 months no sex. Phenomenal. Yeah. Alright. And yeah, as you see, I was clapping for myself even though it felt uncomfortable because it's what's best. I learned that nobody is going to love you like you love yourself. Nobody is going to lead you like you lead yourself. Nobody is going to do it for you. Nobody's going to do it like you do it. You are a very unique and special individual. I learned that too. Let's talk about the income. So it was cool. As the end of the year came closer, I was like, oh man, okay, we're going down to 40. I earned $40,000 or more during I earned $40,000 or more during 2024. And it actually happened! Hey! I doubled my income! If you made it this far, congrats! Congrats! You get to see the big finale at the end. I doubled my income. And you want to know the beautiful part? Okay, 33,000, 34,000 something. Okay, I see it right there. $34,440.02 from my full-time job. Last year it was 20,000. And where did I get the other 7,000 from? Multiple streams of income, baby. Multiple streams. I can't even tell you all the ways I got that income. But I got $7,000 worth of income outside of my full-time job this year. That is phenomenal. That is huge, man. Huge. That's a business owner. Oh yeah, and also letting go of the income. I didn't want to count it until the last second. And then yeah, we'll wrap it up like this. Okay, we'll wrap it up with two things. By the way, the 30 days no fap cake came true because I got today 36. Now you know if you want a goal, put it on your birthday cake. But two last ones. The porn. There we go. The porn. I'm really proud of myself. So I understood at one point that I have to watch this shit hella times to really let go of it. So I watched it hella times. I got the premium porn. But I understood that I had to really hit rock bottom to really learn my lesson. And I was afraid of rock bottom. Yeah, back in the day, I was really afraid of rock bottom. But I knew, this time I was not afraid. I knew that I had to hit rock bottom to really learn. So yeah, it was funny. I was going to do this final session on New Year's Eve. Where, yeah, you know, the book Easy Peasy says, do the final session and be certain that it's your final session. I didn't need that. I learned so much from failing with porn that I'm just fed up. I'm fed up. I'm done. I'm free. Really. I don't even have to say cancel, squash him. Because I'm free. I see my facial expression changes because I'm free. And yeah, that was really cool because I saw how that was what was holding me back. It was that one last time, just one last time. And instead I said, man. And yeah, my ego actually was telling me like, hey, maybe you should do it. This is your last chance. But nah. It took me multiple days in a row of watching it to really hit that rock bottom and learned my lesson for good. Now I'm porn free for life. I'm free. And then the final one is 8 months no alcohol. 8 months no alcohol. Wow. 8 months no alcohol. Wow. This is the longest I've been without alcohol since I started drinking at 16 years old. Because I would drink once a month when I started drinking. 8 months, no alcohol. Not one sip of a beer, shot, whatever, wine, you know. And I even tried non-alcoholic beers. And I saw how those weren't best either. Those just made me tired too. Those just made me bloated. I'm like, this is not worth it. I'm like, man. Lost hella weight. Oh yeah, I lost hella weight. And it was interesting. Actually, I went from losing and gaining weight. So in 2023, I actually achieved a 6-pack. I achieved a 6-pack in 2023. Only had it for like 1 or 2 or 3 days. But I achieved a 6-pack in 2023 from working out hella. I could tell you my workout regimen. I was up to 210 sit-ups or crunches. I remember I even learned crunches are better. That was really cool. Hella pull-ups, more than 10 every day. Every day. That's that TechnoTutor. That's that TechnoTutor magic for sure. That's that wonder we got. That was really cool. And then I was like, man, I kind of want to put on some weight, you know? So now, I was focused on like 140 in 2024. And now, honestly, I would really like to get muscular. So I'm going to work on that too. That desire might change, but we're going to, because, you know, you have to have a chief aim. I learned that too, the hard way. Is a big thing I learned is when you have one, I didn't learn this from TechnoTutor, but I'll share it. I kind of learned this from TechnoTutor because, yeah, it is a focus builder. But when you have one thing that you're dedicated to, you will prosper so much in that one thing compared to 4 things. Oh, man. So I'm working on getting back to that. But yeah, that's actually a big reason why I had to pause Abundance Club for sure. I'm trying to figure out my favorite thing right now. I'm going to figure it out, but that's what I'm in the process of, is figuring out what my favorite thing is. Cancel, squash. I looked at the time again. So that's really cool. Yeah, all right. Let's wrap up the video. So now we're in January. How is my TechnoTutor usage different from when it... So, okay. How it worked is, first year, I could not integrate as many words. Second year, I was able to integrate a lot of words. And honestly, those first 2 years are crucial. Integrate as many words as you can because they're all in the unconscious. It's all in your DNA. It's all unconscious. You plant the seed, you don't see the tree grow, but it grows. They're all unconscious. Also, I don't recommend this right away, but I would say do at least a year to a year and a half before you make this change. Work on only putting positive words in your TechnoTutor. If you look at that word and it doesn't make you feel good, you don't have to integrate it. What do you really get from that? You know? Yeah, you can understand the word and really you could remove the emotional charge from the word, but honestly, don't do that right away. Face the negativity. Face the negativity for like a year or a year and a half. But then after that, you're probably good to go. You've done a lot of deprogramming. And now you can just put a bunch of positive words in. So how it changed. I was doing a 24-word custom list. So I do the basics and the customs every day. I was doing a 24-word custom list. And then I'll do the phrase. And like every time there was a word, if it was positive and I didn't understand, and I didn't fully understand it, I was like, I don't fully understand this word. Let me review this. I put it in. Now the way I do it, on my 3rd year of doing TechnoTutor, I'm still going to use it every day, baby. Whew! Now how I do it. By the way, I'm back to my 4 days without THC. So, yeah, this feels great, by the way. I love this cleanse. Music cleanse too, 4-day music cleanse. Oh, so many New Year's resolutions. You don't even know. I could tell you them all, but this is just a 2-year review. So if they all come true, we'll be talking about that on the 3-year review. No, I kind of lost track. Okay, so how I do TechnoTutor now versus how I used to do it. Currently at my level, you have to assess this for yourself. At my level, this is the best way to do it. Basics list. If the basics list is more than 13 words, split it in 2. Custom list. 1 word. You only get to live 1 word today. You know what? Message me if you want to know what word I was living today. No, I'm not going to do that. Because what if I forget? There's so many words. Today the word is familiar. Really good word. My prospect for a long-term relationship is familiar. I feel familiar around that prospect. So yeah, 1 word, focus on living that word that day, and then 1 phrase. So no basics. So if it's more than 13 words, I would split it in half. And then 1 word, focus on living that word today. See how that manifests. Realize and understand how that 1 word can manifest so much. And then integrate 1 phrase too. And I've been doing when and as, I realize, and I commit myself. Today was a when and as I see myself. When and as I see myself accepting and allowing myself to when and as I see myself accepting and allowing emotions / feelings. Oh, okay. When and as I see myself accepting and allowing myself to create emotions / feelings attached to each failure, I stop and breathe. AG out. I did it. 2-year testimonial. The choice is yours. You can evolve more than you've ever evolved before. you can see, realize, and understand change within yourself and without, which is your reality, like never before, will you take the opportunity?